The phone is gone, guys. I repeat, the phone is gone. Welcome back to another episode of Wrestle Capsule, where you're going to be getting your weekly dose of pro wrestling talk. And I'm your host, B. So welcome back to the show. Today, we're going to be talking about Austin Theory. This is going to be the Austin Theory episode this week in regards to Raw because, everybody and their mamas, cousins, sisters, brothers. I don't even know who that ends up being. Anyway, everybody is talking about this on YouTube, and I thought I would just jump in because I have a few things to say about it. And I do want to let you guys know I am going to be continuing to post weekly content on Wrestle Capsule. It is getting a little bit rough. Work outside of this is getting pretty busy, but I'm making it a priority of mine to post each week and you guys some content, some stuff that you can laugh at, some stuff that you can be entertained with, whether I look weird or not. So I hope you guys understand. I might do more of the short form stuff like this, focusing on a specific topic within a wrestling show, as opposed to like the full highlight of an entire show of Raw, SmackDown, or Dynamite. So, I'll be able to throw that in here and there, but hopefully you guys understand, and hopefully eventually I can, quit my job and just do YouTube full time. But we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, let's get into this whole Austin Theory thing. So this promo that Austin Theory did on Monday when Kathy was interviewing him was so good. And there's several reasons why it was good. I loved how Austin was able to shift the narrative to make it look like losing the Money in the Bank briefcase was the best thing that could have ever happened to him. Because I remember at one point Austin Theory was talking about how the Money in the Bank briefcase was like an anchor for him. It was limiting to him. And I'm just like, wow, that's an interesting way of putting it. And it also makes me think about the pressure that he was under, especially back when Vince McMahon was in the chair at WWE, and how Theory essentially had a firecracker like taped to his back to go to the moon. And that's why we were all feeling like Austin Theory back then was being pushed down our throats. And I was seeing it from a mile away how Triple H was kind of like, That Money in the Bank briefcase cash and fail was horrid. And I don't mean horrid like it was bad, but it was just like so like I couldn't help but to laugh. But in retrospect, it was so clever because it gives Austin Theory more of a complex character. It just adds to his character in general, and it gave him an opportunity during this interview with Kathy to be transparent, to talk about how no one understands him. No one understands the pressure that he's under. People are always just looking at how he looks, his athleticism, how, he's a baby John Cena, you know what I'm saying? So I get that. And I just thought that was so clever of how he went to the angle of people don't understand the full story and how hard he worked despite it looking like to us, because it was true, that he was being pushed down our throats and getting all these opportunities. I just think that's such a dope twist. And I know Triple H wanted to take Austin Theory and not like push him down everyone's throat like we've always seen, so like a handful of wrestlers that we've seen in the past be just like championship, push, and we just get over it. Like, I know that Triple H sees amazing potential in Austin Theory, and I do too. Like his athleticism, I enjoy his matches, I enjoy him on the mic, I enjoy his persona, his heel character with layers. He's like an onion, you know how was it Donkey on Shrek? He was just like,
oh, you both have layers. Oh, not everybody like onions.
That's true, but in this case, I like this onion because it's not boring. There's some substance to it. And Triple H I could see that Triple H was literally undoing everything that Vince McMahon was doing because he wants to build up Austin Theory the right way. And building him up the right way is going to allow WWE fans to appreciate him even more, whether we hate him or we love him. You know what I'm saying? He's out here talking about now. He's not down about this. He sees this as an opportunity. He about to go in. He about to wreck up shop. You know, he got the beard on strong. He don't like people calling him a kid. And I loved the fact that the person who came in to burst that bubble, or so he thought because he lost the match, was Dolph Ziggler. I remember months ago when Austin Theory and Dolph Ziggler had their feud, and how I remember they had their brawl in the back. It was so good. Like, these two going at it is good, and how Dolph Ziggler sees himself in Austin Theory, which I agree with. He does have those sort of characteristics where they can relate, but it's like old Dolph Ziggler, like younger Dolph Ziggler. I love that he was brought back into the picture, because if anyone's gonna give him crap, it's gonna be Dolph. And I mean, overall, the match was so good, and I feel like this win over Dolph, like, first of all, I love Dolph Ziggler. If you guys have been on my channel long enough, you know that every time he is on Raw, I'm always, I don't want to say praising, but I am always like talking up about Dolph Ziggler. He is such an underrated wrestler, and I feel like whenever he's in the ring, whoever's on the other side, whoever is his opponent, he always makes them look so good. Like, he is so good at selling. I love when he does the zigzag. I'm just like, Austin winning that match means so much. Both of these guys are so athletic and quick on their feet, and I love how after Austin Theory won, he's walking back and he talk about how, I ain't no kid, don't call me no kid, don't call me no kid. Like, you better not call Austin Theory a kid. He gonna hit you with an A-Town and it's gonna hurt. So I feel like that was the best way to shift Austin Theory's character. Like, there's no joke no more. And I feel like with the phone thing was obnoxious and it added to his heel character. But I remember I was watching this podcast. It's one of my wrestling buddies, Gabe Keith. If you guys don't know anything about it, I'm gonna link it in the description below. But it was dope what he was saying. He was talking about how the whole camera thing, there's no longevity with that. With him taking selfies, there is no, like, I remember he's talking about, like, you gonna be old. You can't be old and still taking selfies years later as a wrestler. Like, that gimmick is there's a small window, and at some point he's gonna have to shift. So I love that thought that he brought up. If you guys haven't listened to it, definitely check it out in the description below. It's so true. That whole selfie thing, like I said before, like, starting off, it was funny and it was annoying as him being a heel, but as time goes on, eventually Austin Theory was going to have to take a step away from that whole selfie thing, because it's going to get played out and it was going to get old and people were not going to take him seriously after a while with doing this thing. Like, and him stepping away from it and not only demanding other people, WWE Universe, his fellow wrestlers, to take him seriously, but also he's taking himself seriously. And he's gonna take, I believe he's definitely gonna take his heel character to the next level. And I'm so looking forward to what he's gonna do, because it's gonna be rich. If you have Triple H backing you and he wants you to be built up the right way, I mean, I have no doubt it's gonna be good. I really do. Because, I mean, it's all about character building up in here. Character building. Guys, let me know what you thought about the whole Austin Theory promo. Guys, let me know in the comments below what you think. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes of Wrestle Capsule. Thank you so much for riding with me. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. You guys are super dope. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.